Hi, chat. Welcome to another stream. How we all doing today? It is Monday, October 20th of 2025. We are back for yet another stream. I'm zoomed in a bit. Why do I feel like I'm too zoomed in? Just a little bit better. It's Monday, therefore we're having a drink. Let me say hi to everyone who's here, and then we will jump into things. Looks like Major Tanya was here before the stream started. Hello, hello. Good to see you as always. We've got Cran PL who is first today, who says, Happy World Statistics Day. What does that mean? Is that a thing? What is even world's... Oh, almost... That's weird. I must have grabbed the little bit of glue that was on the bottle. Someone explain what that is. Major Tanya is still here. Hello, hello. Fixer Jake, how you doing? Good to see you. Polymathic Man, welcome back. Force Penguin's also here. Hi, chat. Hi, Anthony. Hello, hello. Strongly Type says 5th, damn it, 6th. Nice. Welcome, welcome. Is that a chuckle emote? It is a chuckle emote. 6-second delay will trip you up. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's good. Strong Time says, guess what? Our clients just came online and now the AWS downtime is very apparent in my notifications. Ah, yes. I actually haven't been paying attention to it at all. AWS status. Service health. You can't see this because it's not on my screen, but it's fine. Multiple services severity impacted. Where's the... Holy fuck. 109 services. Resolved to 29. I'm guessing that some of the stuff that I use is in this list, if I had to guess. Yeah, ECS is in there. Is Dynamo in there? EC2 Instance Connect is in there. Anyway, that reminds me, I gotta open my streaming dashboard doodad thing to thank. Come on, show up. Show up. Outdated version. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. Hello, hello. It's good to see you again. How are you doing? 64 months and 5 years in a row somehow. How you doing? Welcome back. I hope things are going well for you. I appreciate you stopping by, as always. Major Tanya says, kind of wild that it's still ongoing 12 hours later. I mean, the thing about any sufficiently complicated distributed system is cascading failures are really difficult to recover from. And AWS is very much an extremely complicated distributed system. That has a lot of dependencies on dependencies on dependencies. And I know nothing about this outage other than I'm guessing something extremely core got messed up. It's probably DNS, right? Or like Dynamo or something like that, which would cascade to everything. Half of AWS's services. Belladonthus has resubbed at 53 months. Says, hey Anth, hey Anthong, did you start playing the new Pokemon? I have an exclusive trenchcoat cosmetic. Oh, that's cool. I have not started playing it yet. I'm supposed to get my copy tomorrow. I also have a lot of things to do tomorrow, so I probably won't play until Wednesday, but we'll see. I'll probably play it on stream just because why not? But we'll see. We'll see. Thank you for your resub. I appreciate it. Speaking of not Pokemon, I was at TwitchCon last couple days. Well, I only went to TwitchCon for one day. It kind of sucked, to be honest. I came to a realization about TwitchCon, which is that TwitchCon is basically friend slop. If you're familiar with friend slop, it's a genre of games that are basically only fun if your friends are fun. And if a whole bunch of your friends decide to like not show up at the last minute and then most of them aren't there It's not really that fun of a conference. I mean, going through Artist Alley was fun, and like finding cool art stuff. That part's fun. But like the actual content of the conference is like kind of meh. like I have no interest in going and meeting fancy popular streamers. Apparently some like crazy shit went down with popular streamers. And like most of the talks aren't aimed at me. There is some amount of like developer content that's aimed at developers, but it's like it's either way too complicated where it's not very useful, or it's like way too high level where it's also very not useful. There's none of that like in the middle kind of meaty useful stuff, I find. And I don't give a shit about what Twitch's platform is doing, because I just, you know, click go live and type code onto a screen. Onto a screen. And so like TwitchCon just like isn't really for me, which is fine. I get that and I comprehend that. And like the point of going to TwitchCon for me is to like hang out with the other programming streamers that I know and have a good time with that. And like that part went fine. Although but again, most of the streamers I know didn't show up. It was like me, Juice, BG, and Chris, and that was it. Of the people I hung out with. Oh, and some Twitch employees. Like, but it is what it is. But it's still kind of fun. I got a couple of pins. I didn't bring them in here, did I? Oh shit! And I didn't do my password manager. Well, hopefully I don't need to upload anything today. We'll see. JP Sarah says I had a customer for delivery today. I guess they can wait now. Oh yeah, true. Wusa, hello. How you doing? The other server's also here. Hello. Noob404, good to see you again. Welcome back. World Statistics Day. What are the odds of that, right? Meat Sauce is here. Hello, world. Good to see you again. How you doing? Strongtype says, have you seen the Asgore runs over death animation? I have not. I don't even know what that is. I don't recognize either of those things. Crampiel says, let's drink to AWS. Ayo, cheers to AWS. Polymatic Man, thank you for the bits. Appreciate it. Is Updog Day at risk? You know what? That's a good question. Let's see. Actually, I can just log in over here. Let's see what things look like right now. I mean, that this webpage is still loading is a good sign. Because this is all running AWS stuff in US East 1 and Dynamo. I did see a big bunch of dropped runs earlier in the day, but I clicked retry and they seem to go through, so should mostly be fine. Updog Day doesn't start, or maybe it already started. Maybe it already started. I don't know my password manager, so I can't really find out. I'm pretty sure it already started, but shrugs. That's 64 years. Yeah, 64 months is now 64 years. It's true. Pandox is on a 5-stream streak. Hello. Kexit is here. How you doing? Lemo Wave. That's a cute emote. Emma's also here. Hi, Anthony. Hi, chat. Hi, Emma. How you doing? Ivan's also here. Hello, Anthong. Welcome. USD Swin probably takes 10 hours to just reboot. I mean, I don't think it would be possible to reboot an entire region in AWS. Emma says, okay, but they messed up DNS. Doesn't that mean I can laugh at them? Oh, 100%. It was Pregnancy iBoard. Yeah, there was a little while where it was where it happened. But I clicked the retry button and everything seems fine. The theory. The Pregament CI take down all of US East 1 100%. We are critical load in US East 1. DNS to Dynamo. Why? Oddly predictable on how those things work. But that was the explanation like 8 hours ago. Oh, I mean, cascading failure happens. Pix Jake says, artist stuff is my favorite thing about pretty much any con. Yeah. But even like Artist Alley at TwitchCon was like, it felt worse this year for some reason. Like last year, I felt like half of the booths were like, oh, that's cute, I would buy that. And then half of those booths, I actually did buy things. But this year, like, there were only like 3 or 4 where I was like, oh, that's a cool idea, or like, that's some cool art, or like, this resonates with me. But I don't know, maybe it's just like a shift in things. Also, I guess it doesn't really help all that much that the stuff that I like is mostly Pokemon. So it's like, it's not Pokemon, I have no idea what it is. Which is not entirely true, but some of the news out of TwitchCon is very fucked up. The response to it is even weirder, because they were just like, yeah, we're gonna up security, and all they did was like bring 5 cops in, which I feel like doesn't actually improve security. But they have concepts of security, that's for sure. Yeah. They have people, actually it's crazy. They have people that stand around and are not allowed to actually intervene, because if they intervene, they lose their jobs. So it's just like, it's the facade of security. But here's what it is. Their security's like my SOC 2 compliance. Ooh. Yeah. Robobato, hello, how you doing? I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing well. Polymathic man, whoa, what is this fancy fucking thing? The specter of layouts makes folks skittish. It's true. Oh, my little thing really fucks it up. That's cool though. That's a neat effect. Fancy message, true. Strongly type says, driving in my car right after a beer, hey, this bump is shaped like a deer. Okay. The observer says, do we get any close to being over redacted? Yes. If I get enough time to record this week, Wednesday's video will be about redacted. AKA, depending on how much time I have tomorrow, we'll get a video about redacted. Yeah. Bonduluist says, Anthony's code, you're a software guy. I own a software guy? A smart software guy, even. Why is Amazon on fire? Because big systems are complicated. And often when one thing fails, everything else fails too. Wait, it was DNS? It always is. Always is. What's the Red Hat version? Is that like the machine image? Oh, on the admin page here. This is the story of a girl. This is the Python version that the web Lambda is running. Because I wanted to, when we were upgrading Python, I wanted to double check that I had actually upgraded it properly. Because I wasn't sure if changing the configuration would change the live instances, or if it applied after the next upload, and so we added this at the bottom. That's also why it's small text. But the Red Hat version is what this was compiled on. This is the sys.version string. Yeah. Z3 is on the phone. It's probably DNS. I didn't even know who that was. Yeah. MSS, doing good. We're gonna refactoring the zip file module. Ooh. Z3 says it's sad that I can't hear Anthon because I'm in a meeting. Oh. Well, I'll highlight your message because I'm reading it. There you go. Now you're gonna feel even more what is going on. Patrick OMG is here. Hello. Strongly type says, I do wonder who's the biggest AWS load. Would it be Twitch? I highly doubt it's Twitch. I highly doubt it's Twitch. I do know that there was like one quarter where Lyft was AWS's like #1 spender in one region, which was a fun one. And Amazon like gave Lyft a discount to take a particular instance type and tell them what instance type they were going to use for their services, so that AWS could capacity plan, which was a wild one. Timeout while fetching MOTD from USD Swan. That's a good MOTD. I like that. The answer says we set up some 230 volts AC stuff we were not supposed to do ourselves. Next day, the entire building was out of power for hours. I had a few stressful hours, but it wasn't us. Oh, that's terrifying. Spaceberry, hello, says, hi, Anthony. How did the AWS crash affect you? Still alive, thank God. It impacted Pregament CI for a little bit, but I wasn't paying attention when it did, and I'm not logged in AWS, so I can't really see the impact now, but must not have been a big deal, so shrugs. Force Penguin says, we had a small power outage earlier today, and the internet hasn't come up since. Oh, uh-oh. Toxic Bud says, which OS to use? Why does that not trigger the thing? Probably because I didn't let the word which do things. But I'm using Windows 11 with Ubuntu 24.04 in a virtual machine. Strongly Time says you can't become a staff software engineer if you don't staff a few software engineers in your basement. I don't know if that's a good idea. Cytheria says, hello, your AWS budget monthly spend limit has exceeded the alert threshold. Actual month to date, 75K. Threshold, 50K. Forecasted end of month, 100K. You can view your budget here. Terrifying? That's a message you don't want to see? I actually haven't set up billing budgets because the only way I would exceed my billing budget is if, or the only way I would have runaway spend is if my account got owned, and then I have different problems. Freddy Confetti, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Meatsa says, been working on something chill, planning a refactor of 1,000 lines, and had the explains playlist on shuffle. Oh. Explains list on shuffle is, that's a mood. I know people that watch it in order, but shuffle's gotta be like a, like a jump scare. Like suddenly you'll get 2020 Anthony Writes Code. Like, oh, it's that era. Zither says, I can now hear Anthon because I'm still in a meeting. Oh, you've decided, fuck that meeting. Zinkfoot says, Haskell is a disgusting abomination, should be purged from the face of the earth. Oh, that's a take. Kexit says, me when I hate fun. Oh yeah, Vercel might be a big user of AWS. God, I hope Vercel is down, says Kexit. Zinkfoot says, me when I don't want to spend the best years of my life figuring out type problems. Man. Me when I spend the best years of life slaving away to make someone else successful. But that's just job, I guess. Shmuel, hello, how you doing? Long live imperative programming. Me when I'm delusional. Oh boy. S1 Cube says, Anthony fixes bugs. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Caesar says, I migrated from Vercel to Cloudflare Pages a couple months later. I updated a singular markdown file and the build is no longer working. 2025 is the year of the serverless listlessness. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the serverless is the servers we met along the way. Anything types Python. It's true. That's true. I do type a lot of Python. Holla holla we dim boys. Welcome back. How you doing? Kexis says, I'm being a masochist when I write imperative code because that's just not the way I think. Ah. That makes sense, knowing you. The server says, just read this old blog post, re-architecting GitHub Pages, where until 2015, GitHub Pages was running on a single server with a single giant Nginx config, updated with a cron job every 30 minutes. None of that surprises me. None of that surprises me at all. GitHub Pages used to be something where you would like upload it and you'd be like, is it live yet? No? Guess I'll go to lunch and check if it's live after that. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So the plan for today's stream is I'm going to be working on the thing that I'm paid to work on. Which means I need to clone it. Because I guess I don't have a clone of it. Is this where it lives? I think so. Okay, so this repo is giant, and I would like to make it less giant. And one of the small things, we might get 2 of the small things today. Not all of the small things, just 2 of the small things. We're gonna be unmonorepoing one of the sub-projects of this repo. Not because it's particularly large, just because it doesn't really make sense relative to everything else in the repo. Let's go, artificial intelligence. We're not working on any of the AI nonsense, but trust. Okay, that actually cloned faster than I feel like it usually does. It actually is so large that I can't clone it at the university because the university Wi-Fi is so shit that yeah, the university Wi-Fi is so shit. Actually, why is it even in? What is this file? Why is it empty? It's just empty. We really want to install from source. This is not recommended. See this empty file. Did this used to have contents? Oh, it did. Nope, it was always empty. So there's another repo somewhere where this probably existed. Let's see if we can find the contents in the old repo. The other service says starting a new job and the first thing is rewriting all the history. Yeah, well, we're actually gonna try and preserve the history today. For this unmonorepo. We're gonna be taking the monorepo and splitting a repo off. And we're gonna try and preserve all the history that happened in the original repo. Okay, so this is the old repo, Jack Lang. Did this install file ever have contents? My guess is no. Ooh. Did my internet just derp? This file never had contents. Hooray! Anthong has become a data scientist recently, says Mizas. I worked on data infrastructure at Stripe, but that was fucking 5 years ago. 4 years ago. 5 years ago? 4 years ago. 2020. End of 2020. 5 years ago. God damn it. Squash all the previous commits into one, rename it to legacy, and force push domain. That's actually not that far off from what I'm gonna do. Except I'm gonna try and preserve the history. I'm mostly gonna eliminate all the large objects. At least that's the goal. And the large, like, vendored things. There's... Why do we have... Why is there adders rendered? I mean, I love adders, but this, I feel like we don't need that. Or C adders, but not the C version of it. Suspicious? Like, isn't the whole point of C adders the speedups? Anyway, this is the big one that I think I can just replace with a submodule, and that's 20 megs of weird history stuff. But anyway, let's figure out what to do with this install.md file. You just don't install it, exactly. Empty file because only the gods can help you now. Exactly. Zero says here be dragons, 100%. They didn't run any docs because they were too busy jacking off. Robobanta says, oh, you've switched jobs? No, I just don't have a job right now. I'm being paid to work like several hours a week on trying to whack this repo into shape. But yeah, GUI-base -I -root. I'm planning to do it with wait, does rebase have a -? Root is the empty weirdo commit, right? Rebase all commits reachable from branch instead of limiting them with upstream root commits. Yeah. We're gonna be using filter branch because we actually need to move the contents to a different directory. Kaisa says, man, for all the AI shit I do, I hope we get that bag. I am gonna be paid barely anything to work on this stuff, which is fine. I mostly think that I'll be able to leverage this to working in academia. As much as I shit on academia, like I enjoy teaching, and if this gives me an out to get to that, like, cool. But I don't think I'm gonna end up in research. I think I'm gonna just lecture. I don't fucking know, man. Mr. Swats, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome back. Hello, doctor who's organizing PyCon ES 2026 is true. We got an organizer in the chat. I should figure out if I can make it. When is it? PyCon ES 2026. I guess I can just show this on stream because free advertising. There's an English track, by the way. What? Why? Why is it still showing US? PyCon Spain, I guess. This one? Guessing the URL based on what it said there. Ah, and we have redirected to 2025. Okay, well. Mr. Swats! Dr. Swats! Okay, anyway. I should see if I can go, but ASCII stupid question gets stupid antsy. That's an okay joke. The answer says Anthony keeps outsourcing the data science work to Twitch chat. 100%. Oh, the MyPyStats mean sauce. Yeah, but even that I just outsourced it to Twitch chat. Yeah. C-adders is not a re-implementation of adders. What the fuck is C-adders then? Flexible object serialization and validation. Oh, it's the serialization layer. Got it. I see. The observer says maybe that's something the VS Code extension installer needs to be packaged. Doubt. I don't think so. Because the file existed before the VS Code extension existed. Nflag says, hello, why did you choose Ubuntu? Because it was the easiest thing to get started with in 2008 when I made a virtual machine for the first time. Yeah. Kexit says, what? About academia? Professor Anthong? I don't think I'd ever be a professor. Can you upload your lectures? It'd be funny. So actually, I'll get back to you, Hepta5. I didn't ignore your message. I'm actually thinking about taking some courses, and I think it would be really useful to like take a course and then reword it into the way that I think about things and make a YouTube series out of it. Like, okay, so conveniently, the professors I'm working for are compilers professors. And I've always wanted to take a compilers course because I have made terrible compilers so many times. So many times I have made terrible compilers. So I'd like to learn how to do it properly. And it feels like a course I could take and then reword and produce YouTube content about it, which I think would be pretty cool. But I think I could do that with any course that I take, and that would be kind of fun. Future Chanya says, your code sucks 204. Professor Dr. Anthong. Man, it'd be a lot for me to get a PhD. Because you have to have like novel research. I mean, I make novel projects, but I don't know that that's novel research. 6th to 8th November. It's not publicly announced. Fair enough. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Neflank says, what are you developing? We are undeveloping today. We are going to try and move this directory to be its own repository. And I'm going to try and remember how to use filter-branch to do that. I've done this before, but I need to figure out if I wrote it down or if I made a video about it. Because I don't know if I made a video about it. I think I gave myself a to-do to make a video about it, and then I just didn't. So we might have to relearn this thing, which will be fine, because then we'll make a cool video about it. Aha! The other server says, oof, I feel like academia funding got a lot harder in the past few months. I hope UMich is better off than ASU. The only ASU I knew is Arizona State. Is that the ASU you're referring to? But yeah, academia is kind of fucked right now. But I like don't really care so much about academia funding more than like I'm not I doubt like I'm gonna eat my words in like 2 years. But I doubt that I would be in a situation where I'm going to be looking for research grants to do research. I think more likely I would like to just lectures and office hours and knowledge spreading and stuff. But I don't fucking know. Senpai says, look at the snacks popping up in the bottom right corner. I missed it. Is it on this page? Oh, there's Snacks there. Hi, Snacks. Hello. Hello, Snacks. Cool. That's a cool animation. Also, Senpais. Hello, hello. Not on any of the web pages yet? Makes sense. Those Snacks are not compliant with the PSF trademark? Shh. Get out of here, Tanya. Man. Oh, man. That... Fuck, man. The PSF trademark consortium, or whatever the fuck they're called. Those people. God damn. Emma says, still is really funny to me that I'm an owner on the adders org even though I never pushed a commit. Wait, what? That's pretty wild. I mean, Hinnick gives out commit to anybody who asks, though. Because Hinnick, like, he'd rather not deal with any of the bullshit of open source, which I envy him in that, and he's found outs for it. Probably because he is better at navigating the nonsense that is convincing people to do what he wants. Actually, I think Hinnick's distinct advantage is that he's European, so he can come off a lot more directly without people getting pissed off. I don't have that advantage, unfortunately. Kaisa says, I'm whatting about the fact that you don't get that bag. Yeah, I mean, for better or worse, most of the shit that I've done that's impactful to the world is stuff that I've given away for free and received essentially zero for my compensation. And most of the places that I've worked, like, yeah, paid fairly well, but it's never like, I've never made like crypto fuck you money or like AI fuck you money. It's been like, I'm fairly well off, but shrugs. Live stream the course? I mean, kind of. That's kind of the idea. Senpa says, I only know adders because of Hinnick. Did he step out of the project? No. It's just, there's not too much more to do there. He's added a few people probably to reduce best factor, which is wise. Yeah. How do you compile a professor? Right? Shardy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. I expect this to be empty. It is. Hooray. Have you done other stuff with adders though, Emma? I feel like you Did you work on the MyPy plugin for adders? Is that? Did you work on this? I don't remember what your GitHub icon looks like. Oh yes, of course. Did you work on this? Maybe? No? I feel like this would have been your in to this. But we're back to 2019. Oh no. Drugs. Okay, I don't fucking know them. Kexi says, I'm currently refactoring a compiler infra that is awful, and guess who wrote it? Hint, the path from me to this person is ref I. Is it you? Are you hating past you? See, that's me, but press it. Maybe too dark of a joke. Never mind! Major Tanya says, novel research idea, Python faster than Roost. Roostations hate this one simple trick. There are a lot of things that surprise me about Python being faster. Like, one great example is a program that reads all of its standard input and writes it to standard out. And like, if you're gonna write a C++ program, you would write something probably similar to this. Include iostream, and then like, string s. I would probably need the other one too. You'd probably write something like this. I need this shit too. You'd probably write something like this, you know, while. And this simple program that just reads all of its input and writes all of its output, this is significantly slower than the shittier way to write this in Python, which is like standard in read, standard in write. And it has to do entirely with how buffering occurs. Like Python cheats on a lot of IO benchmarks from buffering, and C++, unless you twiddle all of the like IO bits, Python's gonna win that, which is weird. I mean, it's not weird. It makes sense when you explain it, but like the naive way of writing input and output in Python is like hyper optimized for reasons that don't super make sense. But shrugs. Words are hard, 100%. Meansauce says PhD thesis towards an AGI programmer, type safe AI generated code with pre-commit agents. I think I just died a little. Why use many word when few word do trick? 100%. Polymathic Man says, you want to drink with people who get to think all day. Maybe. Get out the armchairs. Yeah. Major Tanya says, if you had the chance to restart Dead Snakes today, would you call it Dead Snacks? I never started it in the first place, but I actually don't think I would change the name. I think the name, like, Felix did a real good job with picking the name. Shmuel says, in our work, we migrated a lot of old code to a new repo, and due to human error, we lost all of the something. Our work when we migrated a lot of old code to a new repo. Due to human error, we lost all the commits. Oh, I don't know why your message is all messed up, but lost all of the commits. Well, I won't be doing that. Kexit says, I can't believe Unicode added an emoji to represent the PSF copyright group. Nerd face. I don't even think it would be nerd face. It'd be like just angry emoji combining character. There's no emoji for idiot though. Lemon says, I think the story goes I reviewed a few typing PRs for adders and met Hinnick and PyCon US in 2019, and he added me to Python adders. I guess that makes sense. Was I there in 2019? I think I was. I think Hinnick gave a talk about pre-commit in 2019. That's a weird glass shape, this one? It is specifically well, it's supposed to be a stout glass. But yeah. As Tanya says, I learned from this stream that it's a stout glass. Yeah. Exactly. Zizep, hello, been a bit, welcome back. I could flip a table at work today about Python, Ansible, CI, and shebangs. God damn it, it makes me mad. What happened? What happened? Why you have to be so mad? What happened? Let's talk about our feelings. Polymathic Man says you need a language that's a total bubble and requires NVIDIA stock, I mean GPUs. Shit. Wait, what is your ASDF.png? I'm intrigued, Zithrius. Lead architect wants to break our monolith into 47 microservices in 6 months. Is this insane? How did they pick 47? We've had a Python monolith, 200k lines of code. That's not very large, by the way. That's a pretty small repo. Not perfect, but it handles 50,000 requests per day fine. That's also not a big number. Rarely crashes, easy to debug. Deploys take 8 minutes. New lead architect shows up 3 months in. He says it's all gonna go. Yeah, this actually feels like... I rarely say this. But 8 minutes is not very long. 200,000 lines of code is not very big. This request per day is really small. They don't need scale in any way, shape, or form. I think this, like, OP is actually pretty right. Monoliths don't scale. They don't scale for developers. They scale fairly well for actual request workload, but that's not a problem here. And neither is the developer workload here. Like, I think a single engineer can keep 200,000 lines of code in their head. Or at least the structure of it to relative amount of stuff. Yeah, this is 25 engineers. Okay, yeah, this someone, yeah. I don't know where you got the screenshot from, Zithrius, but it almost seems like bait. It's so bad. It almost seems like bait. Sizep says, so I have Python scripts I need to get on my service through Ansible, but Ansible sanity checks complains about the shebang. That's weird. Is the executability of the script wrong, or is it just mad? Because that seems like something that shouldn't be too bad. And it says, I might have reviewed a PR or two about the my pipeline. Yeah, that makes sense too. You got a good search there. That would be helpful. Although the adders plugin lives in MyPy itself, which is what is refl? Oh, reflexivity. Oh, I thought it was ref I because I couldn't see. Sig fault says senpais. Yeah. Your dead name is those. GitHub doesn't update the ads. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, GitHub doesn't. The other server says almost all research at my university is like, yeah, we wrote yet another fuzzer and found X problems with it. See, I feel like that is still productive stuff, but it's also kind of shitty. I'm so far behind in chat. I'm 5 minutes behind, which is actually pretty bad. I'm catching up. Leon CV says, when do you take a computer architecture class? After algorithms or like C++ or before? I took all of my courses at the same time because I was trying to squeeze a 4-year degree into 2 years. And so I got my lecturer to override all of the prerequisite requirements and let me take courses whenever the fuck I wanted. But I think typically you would learn a programming language. You would learn a programming language first, then you could probably take computer architecture and algorithms at the same time because you don't really need algorithms for computer architecture beyond like basic ones. But I just took them all at the same time. When you take a system design, there's never a course like that in college. Zyzep says it's been a bit. It has been a bit. Also, holy shit, I'm so far behind on chat if that's me responding to you to talking to Zyzep. I feel like this is going to be a long stream where we don't get much done, and that's okay. Pokepetter, welcome to the stream. Actually, you've been here before, but I don't recognize your name because it's been 7 months. You were fucking around with Python stuff last time. You were Python keywords. Interesting. Also, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Kegs is heading out. Thank you for stopping by. Always good to see you. Zizep says, my Python script requires user bin Python 3, and whenever I run Ansible sanity check, I get unexpected non-module shebang user bin env Python 3. I mean, I don't know why Ansible would do that, but also I feel like setting it to user bin env Python 3 probably is fine, unless you actually depend on system packages. But if it's pure standard lib, like Ansible should probably just pound sand. Zithru says, I love using my Cloud for CDN for memes such as ASDF.png. Nice. Noon Maloof, welcome back. Hello. It's been a bit. When was the last time you were here? Fucking January. Amazing. Got it somewhere off Reddit. Makes sense. Bait used to be believable, yeah. It's just mad at me, probably because I hate Ansible. Dude, I hate Ansible too. Ginger YAML can fuck right off. Oh, you found the actual link of it. Amazing. I mean, it's probably pretty easy because you can just search for it. Ayo. Resume driven development. Nice. Yeah. Not just new at the company, but new at the role. 100%. 100%. Your lead architect is a dumbass. My condolences. Yeah. Okay, so real talk. There are situations, and I think most significantly sized companies actually do benefit from some amount of, I wouldn't say microservices, but I like to use the term microlith or macro services, like chunky enough that they can isolate enough functionality that makes sense logically and can be separated without needing network joins. I think most significantly large projects need something like that. The description of this particular one, you know, 200,000 lines of code, 50,000 requests a day. This does not need to be a separate service, especially if there's only one. If there's only one of these, this is completely fine. Yeah. Anyway, hot take. If you're at like 2 or 3 million lines of code and your deploys take hours and your CI can be measured in linear days of time, then yeah, splitting stuff up makes a lot of sense. But that's not, it's like 200K is nothing. Like I feel like PyTest is a similar size, and that's a completely manageable repo. That said, there's spiders in PyTest that no one knows, and that's the way it is. But Zizep says, I don't know why it complains either. The docs from Ansible about shebang don't mention Python 3. I don't understand why it wants to lint/check my custom Python script. Yeah, that's a weird one. Just caught up to chat. I am caught up. Look at that. Wolfred's also here, and Therapy Kitten. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Indeed. Wolfred says, I'm monolith, happy 500K lines of code, and we still rocking. Yo, 47 is insane. Yeah, I feel like that's why I feel like it's bait. There's no way that it was specific enough to say like, yeah, it's precisely. We're gonna need 47 microservices for this. That's why I feel like it's bait. But I don't know. Maybe they expect higher traffic in the future and are preparing to eliminate bottlenecks that may appear to monolith. But who knows? 47 though is crazy. But even those situations, like, I don't think preemptively splitting helps you deal with those problems. Usually you would identify the problem and then react to it. It's almost never a situation where you have such unpredictable load that you would need to preemptively do that. But burr, 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 burr. Holy shit, Emma. What a banger. 47 different databases. Yeah, that's precisely what they were prescribing, Wilfred, which is also insane. Also insane. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to use filter-branch. Well, let's see if I've made a video about filter-branch first. I don't think I have. I think it's in my to-do. Yeah. What? No video found. Yeah. I don't even... This is the worst part, is I don't even remember when the last time I used filter-branch was. But I have make a video on it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna show you a cool thing, chat. Which I thought I hadn't made a video about it, and then I recorded a video about it, and then I searched my playlist, and I was like, shit, I already made a video about this. All GitHub wikis are Git repos. So I can find when I decided that I should make a video about filter-branch, which was October of 2023. And then, in theory, I can go to streams of 2023. Ah, shit, the date stamp's all fucked on these because I just transferred this from another machine. That's November. That's September. What was this not uploaded? A 4 gig stream where I must have said something real spicy that I didn't upload. Or something extremely embarrassing happened on that stream. We had another not uploaded stream. What happened in this one? This one's tiny. This must have been just like a really sad internet problem stream. Okay, anyway. August... October 9th? October 14th? October 21st. This seems more like probably the one. October 23rd. What were we doing this stream? Hi, chat. Oh, I am chubby in this stream. Oh. Not. This is Dead Snake stuff? Oh, we had a song lyric here. Chasing Cars. That's a good one. Oh, Hep 5. Shit, I was gonna get back to your message. Full karaoke stream I haven't done in a while. I don't know if you're still here. Are you still here, Hep 5? What was this stream? We were building Tesseract for some reason. Python reference the right way. What the fuck is this? I don't think this is the stream that I dealt with filter-branch though. I don't even know what repo I did though. But this was a Pokemon stream. Bummer. I don't know. No one will know. Dead Knight, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Zysep says, were we affected by AWS today? I was, but I just clicked retry and it seemed to work. Wolfert says, I didn't know AWS was down until I went on Amazon this morning to buy t-shirts. Ah. Exonity is also here. I feel like you were here earlier and I just didn't say hi, so hello. You have a ginkgo leaf icon. I don't know what that's about, but cool. Meat Sauce says, recorded and posted in 4 days. 2 years later exactly. It's kind of true. Click it, play it. Wolfert says, boo, how much fucking disk space do you have? Alright, primary disk is 2 terabytes. This secondary disk is also 2 terabytes. Tertiary disk, 4 terabytes. And a quaternary disk, also 4 terabytes, but running out of space. And then I have, I think, 10 terabytes of disks that are in my safe from previous years. Because like you can see here, if I look at recordings, I only have streams from 2022 onwards. And so 2021, 2020, 2019, and 2018 are chilling in archive. Balwana says, hello, hello world. Anthony, I'd be really sold if you give us your tips and tricks that make you effective at work. From when a Jira ticket comes in until it's in the done column. My snarky response would be, I'm not out. I'm unemployed, Lamau. But yeah, I do feel like that's something I could speak on at some point. But yeah. Chunky thong, holy shit. Yeah. 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 It was a heavier time. And honestly, I'm a few pounds up right now. Mostly because I felt like I was dead after my marathon, and so I was not very active. And so I gotta get back into getting strong again. But I also have another marathon in a couple weeks. I'm really worried about that one. Because I'm like, I feel like I'm borderline injured, and that's not a good sign going into a race. But for did AWS crash? I didn't lose any frames, so it wasn't me. Cookie streams? Yeah, we'll do some cookie streams at some point. What is git-filter-branch? So you know how I refer to git rebase as the chainsaw? Filter-branch is like, oh shit. Filter-branch is like if your chainsaw was lit on fire and it also had guns attached to it and a knife pointed at you. And wow, a man page with blue text in it? Git filter repo. I feel like this is an external tool. Yeah. So git-filter-branch is like a massive way to rewrite the history in a somewhat automated way. Auto-transcribe all streams? Whew. That would be nice. Although I think YouTube does it for me now. The Steno says, I knew AWS was down when I got the boarding off. Oh, nice. Belletta says, I was sincere now. I didn't have all my mind to point anywhere in that direction. No, I get you. I don't know. I think most of my like work mentality is like make tickets that have, I mean, it's similar to open source, like to find tickets that have actionable things, have enough context that if you died, someone else could pick them up, and point people in the right direction. And then most of my work ethic is like split things into as small tasks as possible and ship often and write good tests. And lean on your developer tool. But honestly, that's an oversimplification of everything, but I think most of my productivity comes from being able to split things into small bits. Therapykin says, what's your injury? My left knee has really been bothering me the last couple of days. It was super apparent at TwitchCon, and I think part of it was that I went for a run in San Diego. Let's see if you can see it on the graph. I'm not logged in. Oh, I'm not logged in my passage manager either. Shit. Do that real quick. Okay. How do I log in? Burp. Use password instead. Yeah, I'm not gonna have it email me. Activities. Yeah, so I went on this run in San Diego. And this was easier than your usual effort. Okay, thanks Strava. Yeah, so I was super slow, but also like somewhere around here on the way there before I turned around and went back. Oh, you can't even see because it's off screen. Bloop. So, somewhere around here. I feel like I tweaked my knee a little bit. But part of the problem was I didn't bring my running shoes, so yeah, I hope I didn't hurt myself, but I don't know. It's okay. Maybe be fine. Senpai says I need to read some PyTest book. I never test, although I write small services most of the time, but I always concerned that shit might break, which is not good. Yeah. Brian Akin, I don't know how to say his last name. Brian's PyTest book is good. Well, that's one of the few books I've read because I was a reviewer on it, but Mr. Swan says, did you meet Pokey this weekend? I didn't meet Pokey, but I did meet probably the only streamer that I actually, that's famous and that I give a shit about. I met Small Ant. He was in the elevator in my hotel and I gave him a fist bump and that was it. I didn't take a picture because I was like, I don't give a shit about a picture, but I met Small Ant, which was pretty cool. He's way taller in person than I expected him to be, honestly, and I mean this in like no detrimental way possible. He has like 5'5" energy to me, maybe like 5'6" energy to me, but he's like probably 6'1", 6'2". He's really tall. And I was just quite surprised that he was so tall. But yeah, anyway, I met Small Ant. He was super chill in person. He was really funny too, because like we were in the elevator and the person next to me was like so starstruck. I wouldn't have even noticed it was him if they didn't like freak out and were like, oh my god, are you Small Ant? And they were like, can I take a picture? And Small Ant's like, I mean, what the fuck else are we gonna do? We're stuck in an elevator. Like, we got time to do anything. But no, it was cool. Musa says, how many screens do you have in front of you? 3. If you don't include my phone. Also, my setup is out of date. But yeah, I didn't take a picture. Because I just was like, whatever. But one says, write your test. Last week, I literally witnessed on a Slack shared screen call while a coworker of mine, I fuck her if you see this, literally prompted in VS Code Pilot, write PyTest class-based unit tests along X routes to get coverage over 80%. Class-based? Senpai says, I know him from the podcast he does with Michael Kennedy. Yeah. Oh no, Test and Code is his podcast. Michael Kennedy's is the other one. I don't know, I've been on both of them. Wilfred says, how tall are you? I'm somewhere around like 5'9", 5'10"-ish. Somewhere around there. I don't fucking know. Last time I got measured at a DMV, they measured me at 5'11", which doesn't seem real. It seems too tall. They must have measured my hair. I don't fucking know. Somewhere around there. You didn't take a picture because you were too busy fist bumping. I was just like, I don't want to take a selfie. Wilfred says, what does 5'5" energy mean, Sir Thong? Like, I don't know. If you watch like a Small Ant video or watch his streams, like he doesn't seem that tall. How do I see Small Ant VODs? VOD channel. Like, no, this is the series I've been watching recently. But like, maybe it's the way that his camera is, but he just doesn't seem that tall, right? Like, it might just be a camera thing, you know? But like, I don't know. I'm just digging a deeper hole. I don't fucking know, man. His name is Small Ant, kind of misleading, I guess. Yeah. Also, fun fact about Small Ant: his legal name is Tanner Minecraft. He changed his last name to Minecraft, which is just wild to me. But anyway, dude, it's in the name, right? His birth name was Ant, which I guess is where it comes from, but he looks like it would be 5'2", short and built. Calves gotta be huge, right? But no, he's tall. Should have said good evening, Mr. Minecraft. Yeah, that would have been funny. You can change your last name. You can change any name. It just takes a shit ton of paperwork. It's easier if you get married. But you could become first name shit. Wilfred Satilli. God damn it, Wilfred. Oh, I think the best part would be you spelled it wrong. So go ahead. Go for it, my guy. Yeah, Emma says it's so much paperwork. Yeah, exactly. That's what prevents most people from trying. Okay, git-filter-branch. I don't remember how to use this. Setup. This is not a real filter, but a one-time setup just before the loop. There are no commit-specific variables. Okay, subdirectory filter. Only look at the history which touches a given subdirectory. This is exactly what we want. Tree filter, M filter. We don't need to do that. Tree filter. This is a filter for rewriting the tree and its contents. The argument is valued in a shell. But then the working directory is set to the root of the checked out tree. The new tree is then used as is. New files are auto-added. Disappearing files are auto-removed. Yeah. This sounds like what we would use. Index filter. Parent filter. So I actually think this is super easy. But we might also do this too. So let's just try one and see what happens. CP-R. Subdirectory filter. Let's see if the first commit in this is actually what we want. Fuck. It actually comes from a different directory. Damn it. Annoying. Wilfred says I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. Good luck. Good luck. This is like your Papa Wilfred, but on a whole different level. Can you specify subdirectory filter more than once? Only look at the history which touches the given subdirectory. The result will contain the directory and only Yeah, this is gonna be harder than I expect. To rewrite the repository, look as if footer had been its project root and discard all other history. So I'm curious. Git log. Oh, it's not gonna tab complete. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, we would leave behind a lot of behavior. Also, how many remote branches are there? Yeah, there's a lot of random already merged remote branches. I can clean those up at some point. It uses slash as its file extension separator? Wait, what? What is that in reference to? I don't even know. I don't know how to use Twitch threads. Wilfred says I can name change IRL, not just on Twitch. Oh, this shit finna be good. Good luck. Oh, Riskos? Okay. I had somebody pronounce Risk V out loud the other day, and I was like, what? Is it not Risk 5? Zither says, trying to have an action done at the company that I work at. Do not know how to do action. Have to go down a pipeline of 4 different people, each saying something along the lines of, go ask this person. Last person in the pipeline doesn't know what to do, Satch. You had time to roll up your sleeves and read the fucking code, my guy. Riskos uses periods as the path separator and / as the extension separator. Amazing. Terrifying. The worst. Is there anything more annoying than Windows using / for paths? Well, the fun thing about Windows is like, you actually don't need that anymore. You can get away without it. All right, we're gonna see what this does. I like how there's just a fucking sleep there. Okay, so this seems to do what I wanted it to do, but we miss all the history before the other thing. So let's adjust this. Can we set more than one subdirectory filter? Or will it fuck everything? I think we would only be leaving these commits behind. I like how there's just a fucking sleep at the top of this command. It's kind of amazing. Tell me what this action does in one of those redacted chat apps. Don't tell Anthony I told you this. Problem is probably proprietary, and then you're just fucked. Meatsa says, true, I also use Bash on the work laptop that has Windows. Yeah, but the thing is just like Windows supports / paths just sort of in general, unless you're dealing with UNC paths, and then that's your own problem. Oh, I just tried to type a git command into reverse. Yeah. I think it only takes the last one. But admittedly, I don't think there's that much history before that, maybe? Oh my god, that's a giant package.json. Get la. Love this commit message. Oh, it was already reversed. So it originally was here. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this properly. I need to do like several passes of this. Annoyingly. But I think that's maybe fine. The same type of company where it takes a week to deploy a one-line change. Nitsa says, I'm Greek, so I recently came across a bug in our database that our primary key had duplicates, only to find out that Windows encoded intonation characters like epsilon intonation, whereas macOS had no NFKC normalizing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Major Johnny says, to come to the topic at hand, does filter-branch preserve the timestamps? It does, yes. You'll get new hashes because you're changing the commits. Seminasaga says, hi, is the reason why you tend to use the temp directory while doing stuff? I like to live on the edge. I like to feel a little dangerous. No, I like to just be able to fuck around, and when I reboot my machine, it goes away. I don't know. In theory, I probably shouldn't do as much in a temp directory, because if I, click this little X here, all of it would go away. Oh man, I shouldn't have done this. Was it really worth the bit? No. Yeah. Okay, so I think this subdirectory filter can only be applied once, which makes this less useful. Let's see if I can find it in the git source, because it wasn't in the docs, so we'll just read the source. Anthon likes edging, yeah. Edging my computer. But I think we're gonna have to do this the hard way. With tree filter, this is a filter for rewriting the tree and its contents. The argument is valued in the shell, the working directory. So the root of the checked out tree. The new tree is then used as is. New files are auto-added. Disappearing files are auto-removed. Yeah, I think this is what we actually want. This is what we'll actually want. But I don't know how to make the commits go away. I guess we'll try that then and see what happens. Oh, I think it's bang WM. Tanya. Yeah. What was the subdirectory filter? Are you fucking kidding me? Git-filter-branch is just a goddamn shell script? No wonder it's not supported more than once. Yeah. It is not repeated. Okay. So let's do that instead then. So what the fuck? What the fuck, Git? What? Why? Why are you not showing me the history of these files when clearly... Do I need stars? Yeah, man. What happened to these files, though? What the fuck? What? How? Is there like weird git fuckery going on here? Don't be a perfectionist. What happened here? These files got added. But then how did we end up here? How different are these? June, the same day, a couple hours later. With similar content. Okay, so I think it's actually fine to ignore this commit here, because this commit didn't do anything. This one seems useful. So we'll do this. And then we gotta find where it got renamed. Here. Oh, but in 2 commits. Well, that's fucking annoying. Why is it done like that? Annoying. 85 filters here. Hello, hello. How you doing? Strong Type says Cloud Code is incredible. Interesting. Schizophrenic web developer says 1.1.1.1. Yeah, some Cloudflare stuff there. Anthony, considering doing a PhD on the matter. Meat sauce. Hello. Okay, so typically you start with git else files, grep -v. I think we can just do this. Delete all the files. And I actually think this is what we have to do. But we need the like glob all option. We can probably just do this with git ls files. Oh, actually we could probably do it with this. Yeah. Yet in that fun there's a place best to see. Move this to what? Man, I should just do this in Python. Borzerk, hello, hello, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I should do this in Python. I should do this in Python. Let's do it in Python. All right. dash files. We should probably do dash C, but there's no fucking way someone put a new line in a file name, right? Surely not. If VS Code X not inline, else everything in Go is so standardized that Claude just works. Perhaps, yes. Borzuk says, hi, does your Babby editor support snippets? Not yet, but there's an open issue for it. If someone wants to add it, by all means, you can make it happen. I've thought about adding it a few times, but it's never been that important that I've added it. But yes, making small Python command lines is definitely something where I would love to be like snippet argparse and just have it exist. But, you know. Meatsauce says, what would be the appropriate way of renaming a directory in a repo and adding only the files that were already tracked? Some were added with force, others are just ignored. Numbers are never happening, strongly typed. Get the fuck out. You know that already. But what it says, when is if nombre igual a principal? If the name something first. I don't know what that means. It must be a meme that I just don't understand. Okay, so if this, otherwise we gotta move it to the right place. Yeah. Isn't that simple? It might be that simple. It might be that simple. Where the fuck is the thing? Tree filter. But we probably need this. Is it that simple? We'll find out. I've been watching Choco Jacks on my second monitor a lot. She be yapping and barking. Yeah. Oh my fucking god, this is gonna take 5 ever. No such file or directory empty string. Can you not make dir's empty string? It seems like, yes. It seems like that is the answer. That's annoying. That's annoying. You know what we can do? What's the path.abs path, and that'll work. Because abs path of empty string is dot. Ta-da! Try it again. Oh my god, it's gonna take forever. Strong Type says, gotta wake up in 6 hours and my brain is mashed potatoes. Well, thank you for stopping by. Vorkzerg says, waiting. Did I answer you? No, I did. I did. Yeah, we're seeing what's going on. Dota's here. Says, only been 20 seconds. Patience is a virtue. Jesus fucking Christ. What the hell is this shit? There's a file? Where's the repo? Oh my god. Oh, I was not ready for a file named t.replace pipe with comma space and then a bunch of control characters. Meatsauce says, I didn't respond to you. What did you say? Oh, what would be the name? Oh, I don't even know. If git move isn't a good enough, I don't know. As fast is so slow. It's fine. It's whatever. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't expect this. But we can use -z. We can use -z. But then we need z-split. Except where does it live? In here? Yeah. And we run it again. Why does the number only update every once in a while? This one. Also, why does it stop when I highlight? Oh, is this a pager? No. Is it a pager? Well, this is gonna take a bit. Those are commit hashes. Yeah. Yeah. But what it says, let's see how good your memory. When was this? Rebase this dick! Moment on stream. Time is a circle. But I'm pretty sure that was during 2021. But I don't know. Uh-oh, these commits are getting a lot slower. Probably because checkout's taking a lot slower. But I also feel like this is not going to... I feel like we're going to end up with a bajillion empty commits. But we'll see. What's a Bergenstruck? Fuck my life, that's the right answer, actually. I mean, I do have pretty good memory, Belwada. This is gonna take forever. Is there a way to filter down? Rev list options. So there's actually a slight way to speed up the Python command. I could use capital S. Get it as a search feature in its REST API? Yes. It does. Strongly Type says, if I had your memory, it would be truly over for everyone. God had to nerf me somehow. Sometimes I wish I didn't have my memory. Builder Reddit commands parent list. No. No. Oh, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. This might make sense to do this in multiple passes. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a lot faster if I do it in multiple passes. So I'm gonna cancel this. I think we're gonna do some multiple passes. How though? We can move all the directories to be the same. Yeah. So I think if we do this and then this might be faster. Not by much. What do you mean? Can you get moved to something that doesn't exist? Is that what the problem is here? This is still gonna take forever. I wish there was a way. Like, I know multiple directories that have the thing that I want. By using revlist arguments, you can limit the set of revisions which get rewritten. Yeah, so I think we can do rev list. Nori Grim, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Rev list options. Arguments for get rev list, all positive refs. Do I need double dash dash? No such file or directory. I guess I need double dash 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 dash. Weird. Right now I can barely remember my own name. Oh no! Remembers everything important yet still doesn't find the other pairs of socks before loading the washing machine. Batch could work too. I don't know if there's an option to filter branch that does this. I think I'm at the mercy of whatever filter branch does. Okay. This used to do what I wanted. We lost the merge commits though. Silent! Thank you for the resub with Prime at 7 months. It's good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. Patrick MG says, why are they using the old backticks? Probably SH compatibility. Ding! I like how commit 3 is don't be a perfectionist. This is actually pretty nice. It's like pretty close to what I want. I don't know how to keep the merge commits though. Print only merges. Do not print merges. What if I want merges and merges? Max parents is 1 is the same as no merges. Min parents equals 2 is the same as dash dash merges. Max parents 0 gives all root commits. No min parents resets these limits. I feel like it's the number of parents that I want to fuck with, but I don't know what the right thing is. What if I do no max parents? Invalid option, no max parents in dash dash standard in mode. What the fuck does that mean? What is that supposed to mean? What the heck is an octopus merge? It's where you merge lots of things at once. Instead of a classic merge where it's 2 things. What the fuck? What do you mean? No max parents? What is that supposed to mean? I don't know. Are the merge commits that important? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know how important they are. There was a merge commit there, but it's a reverse merge. Oh, we do have merge commits in here. We do have merge commits. It also says, what in the hi-ho silver is this? We're rewriting history to unmonorepo. We have a squash commit too. That's what's real weird. After the dash dash? After the double dash dash? I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, I guess I'm right. I guess you're right. It didn't change the output. Good code changed like a ghost? Yeah, good repo split apart like a ghost. This is the same number as last time though, so I don't know this is different. Is there special metadata that merge commits have? Yeah, they have multiple parents. In the, like if you git cat file this. Shit, how do I do this? Only 2 arguments, not 1. Commit this. Yeah, so you can see how the commit object has 2 parents in it. Whereas if you look at a not merge commit, cat file commit this, you can see it only has 1 parent. And that's the difference. Imagine having multiple parents. If you do get shown, it doesn't show anything that's a merge commit. That's not entirely true, Balbada, because you can actually smuggle changes into a merge commit. You shouldn't, but you can. Okay, so I don't think this did anything. And I think that's okay. But I also want to rewrite the commit messages so that they reference the right repo. But we're basically done with this bit. Like this already does sort of what I want. Commit filter. This is the filter before commit. I don't want that. I want message filter. This said. Yes. Message filter. Let's try that. Eval. Because I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot the important part. Invalid reference \1. That's because I forgot -r. Ta-da! What do you mean by smuggling? Like, usually you're not supposed to change anything in a merge commit. Usually they're supposed to just be clean merges and have two parents and end up with result. But you can actually make changes during a merge, which is, well, I don't know if it's often referred to, but I've heard it referred to as smuggling changes into a merge commit because they're supposed to be just clean merges. Oh, well, updog is still happening, so I guess US East 1 isn't completely down. Because look with your special eyes, my updog. Hooray. Okay. And in theory, this should refer to... Actually, I could probably just do this. Yeah, so it'll refer back to the right things. Oh look, even my pet showed up in here. It's interesting, this is a squash, this is not a squash. Seems like we need more standardized Git operations. Merge. Oh boy. Yeah, I think this basically does what we need. Yeah. Academics being bad at Git? Never. Yeah. Yeah. I guess you could amend. Yeah, you could also get merge no commit. So, I think I'm not actually gonna do this today, but I have a meeting tomorrow, so we'll just do it live during that meeting. So I think I'm gonna make an issue. with all of this stuff. Split VS Code X out of the monolith. Of the VS Code extension. Let's move it out of the monorepo. This is a decent candidate because it's fairly isolated. Preserve the actually. Did I? Oh, I did use it on this repo. Right. But I doubt I wrote down the commands to do it. Why am I mentioned in this? I'm not. What the fuck, Google? Weird. Okay, anyway. Git-filter-branch, branch my own page. This is such a good chance to use AI to fix your Git messages. I wouldn't do it either, though. No, I'm good. They're not my commit messages. I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to preserve the history. Gotta include this as well. Oh, I clicked off the screen. What is it? Summary. What's the summary tag? Why do I not remember it? Details. That's what I wanted. I did that wrong. It's the other way around. It's details. Right? Yeah. I'm surprised it lets you nest them in the other direction. Spirit, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Who says hello? What are we programming? We're rewriting the history of a repo to split it out into another repo. And I'm not going to do it until tomorrow, but because tomorrow is when I have a meeting. But yeah, that's probably enough to present tomorrow. Horizon, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Meat sauce got me. Detail summary, yes, yes. Current date is the commit message. Oh boy. Meat sauce says there are lists with your stream topics to search against, just like explains. It'd be super helpful to check. No, unfortunately not. PRs can't move. Yeah, PRs will be stuck. They'll get referenced by the commits, which is nice, but the ones that don't have PR references will just be lost forever. ALP says, hate the syntax for spoilers in GitHub. Love that it exists, but I always have to look up the syntax. It's not intuitive. Oh, like the summary details? This isn't really a spoiler, but this is just HTML. That's not specific to GitHub either. Spirit says, I'm a Python developer too. Nice. What do you think of async in Python? I try and avoid it whenever possible. Because it doesn't really make things faster. It just makes them annoying to write. Bop. All right, let's figure out what to do with installed.md. Because this has been referenced in the README forever. Oops. If you really want to install from source, this is not recommended. See this file, but it doesn't work. So let's see if we can make it work. I assume it's just a Python project, right? Poetry. Ugh. I mean, you can probably just... You can probably just... pip install git subdir. Octothorpe subdirectory equals this. So if I do pip install git plus is this gonna work? Seems like it. So what open source software do you contribute to? Accidentally/recipes. Probably the most popular ones are Precommit, Flagate, PyTest, PyFlakes, Dead Snakes, high upgrade. And then like 70 others that no one fucking cares about. What are the reasons the vendor libraries like this? That's a good question, Major Tanya. I don't know the answer here. My guess is they wanted to be able to claim that it has 0 dependencies, but really the dependencies are just sneakily hidden inside. Yeah. Edge gonna comment true? I don't know. This seems fine, but not that useful. It has 0 dependencies because we include dependencies in our build. Yeah, exactly, Eagle PT. Major Tanya says, add to income is unironically my most used hook, as in manual run, because it has great synergy with black. I actually feel like it doesn't have good synergy with black. Because it makes black... It makes all of your things end up formatting more and more and more. Or like unsplatting to many lines. But shrugs. I mean, black has its like magic comma thing that they sort of work together, but they have slightly different opinions on how things should work. Eric says, have you gotten around to playing Pokemon ZA yet? I have not. I believe my copy comes today, maybe tomorrow. I'll probably play it on stream, even though no one will want to watch it. Expected to arrive. Oh, what the fuck? It was supposed to come here tomorrow, but now it's supposed to come here on Thursday. What the hell? We're sorry for the delay. God fucking damn it. Son of a bitch. If you've not received it by October 23rd, you can come back here the next day for a refund. Well, fuck me. Oh yeah, Belwatt is trolling. Is trolling spirit. The Banana Bread one is killer though. Yeah, my Banana Bread's pretty good. Are you the author of PyTest? No. But I was one of 4 core devs for a long time. I've mostly stepped back though. Oh yeah, do you think it's because of the AWS outage? Oh yeah, we need to upgrade the Git hooks at some point too. It looks so bad. I thought it couldn't get worse than the Sword and Shield trees. Oh no. Spirit says what happened to AWS. DNS and Dynamo had a bad time in US East 1. Some guy just posted on LinkedIn that he joined AWS and it crashed. Yeah, it's a typical LinkedIn shit post. It's probably not actually real. The in-service says heading out, close to falling asleep while sitting at the computer. Well, thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. Major Channel says get GitHub fork. Where? It's this little script that I wrote. It gets the slug of the current repo, loads my tokens, forks it, and then adds a remote. I've been meaning to factor this bit out because I should be able to get the username from the token, but I haven't done that yet. Emma's heading out as well. Thank you for stopping by. Spirit says, any tips on how to find a job? You're asking the unemployed guy how to find a job? I do have honest tips though, but it's hard to summarize them all quickly. The Double Kid's here. Hello, hello. I graduated 3 months ago and I'm still unemployed. Unemployment is bad and depressing. Same. The Double Kid says, I have no meetings today because thank you, AWS. Oh man. Meat Sauce says, is there a similar one for installing pre-commit when CDing inside a newly cloned repo that supports it? There's two ways to do this. One is the bad way, which is what I'm doing with prompt command here. If .git is a directory and .git/hook/precommit is not executable and there exists the precommit config and the precommit command exists, then precommit install --hook type precommit fee. So you can do it via prompt command. There's a built-in way with precommit. Init templater, I think it's called. Yeah. So this doesn't do a good job explaining it. I think this will though. Init templater. Install hook script in a directory intended for use with git config init.templater. So if you do precommit init templater wat and you look inside wat, you'll get a hooks directory that looks like this. And then if you do git you normally set this in your git config, but for instance if I do clone py-upgrade init.templater. Warning, templates not found in temp/wat. Oh, because it's temp/qq/wat. Because apparently, yeah. And so now if you look inside py-upgrade git hooks precommit, you can see it's already installed. Hooray! And I didn't need to run precommit installed. But you probably also want There's an option for this, right? Oh, I guess this is already set, so you don't need to do that. But yeah, employment is bad and depressing. True. Borzerg knows what's up. Spirit says, is it that the job market is bad or am I bad? It might be a little bit of both, but the job market is pretty bad right now. Spirit says, how do you manage to stay focused for a long time? I either work on interesting things, and my ADHD meds help a little bit. But I think most of it is working on interesting things. Because I also sort of was able to focus even for the several years that I stopped taking them and then took them again. So shrugs. Shrugs. Oh, I feel bad because I was supposed to reply to someone in chat and then I don't know if they're still here. I don't see them in chat anymore. No, Hepta5. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you. Oh well. Next time. Next stream. But yeah. How are they? It's funny they've been ignoring this error message. Why did it link to the... Uh-oh, because it put a little backtick on the end here. Should probably updog things. Check JSON, but it doesn't run on any JSON files? What? Oh. Because a lot of things are excluded. Why are the tests not included? Why is the center.py not included? Weird. This also doesn't do anything. Oh, this is also a bad idea. Anyway, we're gonna ignore that. Year old black. Holy fuck, this is a super old version of Pragmatix. Hit them with the Pragmat CI updog. That is an option, yeah. I'm kind of curious if this repo works with Pragmat CI. I guess I could try it. Leave. Let's see if it works. Touch your security key. Yeah, I did. Unlurk, polymatic man. Hello, hello. Are you the author of Pragmat? It's true. It's me. And Pragmat CI. Let's see, how slow? What? Did I not? I didn't push. I didn't push. Nope. Button. Here. What the fuck? Why are there so many commits? Oh, did I make a fork of this repo? Oh, I did. Oh, let's just do this. Ew, emojis. I guess a lot happens in a couple weeks. Okay, now we'll get smaller patch here. Test commit plus ignore. Well, I fixed the white space too. Just want to see pregnancy I run. You're unemployed by choice. Well, we'll find out maybe on Wednesday when I upload a video about it to my YouTube channel. But we'll see. It's cute. That means it started. This repo is huge though, so it wouldn't surprise me if it takes a long time to clone. But we'll find out. This week Wednesday, maybe. Did the check finally clear? Yes. Oh, it failed. What did it fail on? Install types is wrong. Why is requests used? Vendor? Just in vendor. Unless... in this random top contributors.py file. There's a better way to do all of this, but that's a different problem. Tomorrow's still Tuesday? Okay, I mean 2 days from today then, because I suck at knowing what day of the week it is while being unemployed. Yeah. So obviously you're a good programmer if you're not unemployed by choice, then 9% of people are cooked. I mean, a lot of people are cooked. When you're unemployed at all times, it's Tuesday at 2 p.m. Oh shit, it's almost 6 p.m. For later than I wanted to be today. Oh, but also I want to see how long this took. Oh, clone was pretty fast because it's the shell clone. Maybe it took a while because it timed out doing this. That makes sense. Cute again. Oh, it's done. Nice. Nice. I'm surprised you don't see the... Oh, we don't see the warning because it's at build time. Yeah. Debbie says, do you see yourself working in the office ever again, or are you good with remote work? Well, I don't think I'm moving, so... I doubt I will find a place to work in Ann Arbor. So... probably be remote forever. My ideal is that I make my startup more profitable and then I am my own job. But we'll see. 10 a.m. cheeky beers can come back on those days? Hell yeah. Spirit says, have fun stream, dude. I hope that both of us find a job. Peace. Well, thank you for stopping by. Have a good one, Spirit. Cool. I think I should cherry pick that commit anyway. Is this file Windows new lines? What? What the fuck? What the fuck? But why does mine have the character but not the other ones? I mean, that looks correct to me. Everything's a Windows new line. I don't know why it's a Windows new line, but that's a different problem. Yeah, what the fuck? It's got Windows new lines here too. So I don't know why the diff output is funky. This must just be like a weird micro bug in Git. Because this line had Windows new line beforehand too. Drugs. Also, this isn't needed either. Why is there a random beta character at the end here? Oh, is it the German B and not the beta character? My bad. My bad. Look at me being ignorant. But also, why is it there? Someone German wanted to type a question mark? Yeah. It's certainly an interesting one. Definitely a mistake. My PI. The fuck is that? Alright, well, anyway. I gotta not try and fix everything everywhere. In the German layout, that character is really close to the question mark. Ah, cool. Demi says, oh, you're close to Detroit. My English teacher is from Detroit and was a Detroit Tigers fan. You're from Poland. Ah, cool. Yeah, I've been to a bunch of games. I have not really been following baseball recently, though. But yeah, I like baseball. I used to play baseball. All right, because I'm technically a paid account. Yeah. It's like, why is this here? Let's remove this. Oh, fuck. This list is still not sorted. God fucking damn it, GitHub. What is bigger in the US, baseball or American football? In the US, I think American football, then basketball, then baseball. I think we looked at this up on a stream a while ago. Most popular sports in the US. And then I think it's hockey, and then I think it's other nonsense. Yeah, there's a Wikipedia article. Most historically, in recent decades, football, basketball. There was like a ranking somewhere. Alright, I'm too lazy to look. Oh, maybe here we go. Yeah. By TV revenue? Is that what this is? I don't know. The most popular sport in the US is walking. Fucking shit article. Depends how you classify most popular. That's probably true. That's probably true. Oh boy, I failed the test. Do we have flaky tests? Or did somebody commit to mainline with a failing test? 3 hours ago. How the fuck is this flaky? Also, why does this not match this name here? Did I somehow break this? There's no way, right? With raises system exit, but it didn't raise system exit, it raised attribute error. It is annoying that there's an entire vendor of typeshed. Where does that come from? Yeah, the whole vendoring situation probably needs to get adjusted. Like, I don't really know why we're vendoring, but makes get grep really annoying. Okay, so somehow in this file, Jack machine as this. Weird. Oh no. Yeah, this just seems like a normal fucking method here. There's gotta be some test that does something dumb. Like, I feel like it's gotta be a bad monkey patch, right? Test run with xdist. This is just capsys. Why is this unit tests? Oh no. Oh no. What is this doing? Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, well. So I'm just gonna ignore that. Well, we got stuff to fix at some point. Meatsauce says, I wonder if you're on pirate grade, how many changes would it run? Should be pretty easy to find out. Carl Kopp, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Rev, I don't know. Args. It's new enough. Recommit run pi upgrade on all of the things. Let's run it again. And maybe one more time. F strings, baby! Nice. Yeah, I feel like it's mostly going to be typing stuff. Ooh. Unnecessary R there. Type ignore override, terrifying. Capital type. Oh, we need to improve the MyPy setup then. Annotated union. And it parenthesized it because it's multi-line. Nice. I'm surprised it's not from future important annotations. Cast. Oh. Async def. I mean, the answer is a lot. A real lot. Anyway, it's kind of cool. Maybe I'll do that at some point. It said the type object didn't have the attribute? Yeah, it's a static method, so it should be that way. So there says, Anthony, I need your infinite wisdom on a project I'm thinking about doing. Essentially, I'm wanting to do a one-time network file transfer between computers without having to do SSH keygen and all. If the receiving user, a housemate who isn't that technical, needs to receive files. I guess the most similar thing I can think of would be AirDrop, but I'm aiming to do cross-platform. If it's local, you can just run a web server and load the result. But yeah, probably gonna do a UDP broadcast for discovery, generate SSH keys, confirm that both hosts are who they say are, then WebSocket clients on both for communication. Of course, I can carry over USB or mount network storage, but I'm also doing this practice more on network programming. I'd probably just go simpler and just set up an HP server and be like, yo, click this link, bro. Abitadrian. Oh, a bit Adrian. That makes way more sense. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. TLDR SFTP/SCP without needing the user to do any amount of SSH. Yeah. Not needing the IPs. I don't know enough about networking, but what you say sounds reasonable. Host discovery is a little tricky, but it shouldn't be too bad. Pandoxer is also recommending Croc, which may also be what you want as well. Neat. Okay. Let's see. We are 3 hours on the stream. I haven't filled up my water, which means I'm dehydrated. I'm going to do that real quick. I'll be right back. And then we're going to work on my stuff for a bit. So I'll see you in a sec. Hello, I'm back. Let's see. We started this. Looks like something broke the test. Is that something you? Did you break the tests? That something is you. You broke the test. Now manage to reproduce the same error on main locally. Doubt? Stonkfish, you broke the test? Ooh, that test is broken. It's probably a Git version thing. Initially, we should not see multiple branches. We see origin head and origin main. Wow, my pre-commit cache dir updater failed. That's a weird one. That seems super weird. But I feel like these tests are passing. They were passing last week. Fucking A, what changed? They're passing on GitHub, which is fine. They're not passing locally, probably due to my git config in some way or another. So let's figure out why. I'm surprised it lists origin head here. But that's fine. Let's figure out what the other test is feeling. Now I'm just here. Don't tell my boss I broke the test. She said that if I break another thing, I'd be fired. Oh. Is it because of an init template dir? No, I didn't. I did that temporarily. I didn't set it in my git config. See, not here. But I bet this is part of it. I bet that's part of it. Egg info, egg. Yeah. Like that doesn't explain why this one's failing. Oh, but that it also didn't fix this one. So it's a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one. We do see the warning message here on the failure though. But I feel like this would have errored here. So it's a weird one for sure, but this one's even weirder. So let's see what fucked up here. Oh yeah, wormhole. Oh, I've seen that before, Zithrius. Why you fail? So it's supposed to end up like this, but ended up like this. So what the fuck? Fix pre-commit cache dir test. So what do? You write this file. Then we write this file. And we read the Travis file, and it's supposed to have changed this? This is so old. It did this one correctly, but not the Travis file? Well, actually, we didn't get to this point, did we? And this ran, so what's the output here? It seems like it pushed. Yeah, I don't remember how this thing works. File config files. File config. Merge to master, but I don't think it's called merge to master anymore. I guess it is. Should just be called merge to mainline, but okay, so we should be able to see in the output all these commands. We see git checkout main quiet, git pull quiet, git merge, no edit, no fast forward, this branch quiet, and then yeah. It only edited the appware file. Why didn't it edit the Travis file? What? This is super weird. Why does the appware file only have one line? We make all these files appear, it's fine. This is a super basic test. Wait, why is it dir 2 and dir 1? Oh, because there's 2 repos. What the fuck? This is super weird. This is super weird. Let's run the test. Oh, QR generation code would be cool too. Yeah. Output directory is here. Neither of those repos have the contents. So that's weird, for starters. It hasn't run clone yet, so why are there things in the output? Oh man, I haven't worked on this thing in forever. Oh, because it runs clone here. The first time. So it should run clone the second time. So what happens if we run clone the second time? Can be fast forwarded. Now is that this? Looks fine to me. Ends in a new line even. Ikrin says, sup, anything important happen? Not really. Dragodas says, when I do this to myself, I rewind commits until I unbreak the test. That thing is, it works on mainline. It works on GitHub. This person broke this test. And it passes on GitHub. So like if we look at the run here, this passes. Passes here. So something about my Git configuration is different. So it's just like it works fine there. Doesn't work here. Where's the mustache, says Stongfish? Well, the reason I was doing the mustaches no longer exists, so it's gone. Did you miss gambling? No, I haven't gambled anything. But that passed 6 days ago. Time changes things. It also passed today. See, it passed here also. Passed here. But they didn't cover their new code. That's the actual problem with their failure. So that they in fact did not get the same output locally. So this is interesting. Like the fucking thing that it's doing is not that complicated. Like, this is fucking dead simple. Doubt? Question mark? Stealing over the next time a user in support tells me they definitely tried the job leading steps. What am I missing? Definitely passing along the arguments properly. Well, let's step over it, see what happens. Yeah, it edited the appware file in one of the repos, but not in the other. So why didn't it match the other repo? What, what the fuck? Find repos, does this. Repos matching this text in this file or this text in that file. I think I can actually put a breakpoint in here because it's not actually sub-process. So let's see what we can do, what happens here. Mm-hmm. Really? This is what it should be doing. Is something expanding this environment variable? That should not be happening. Oh. No, it's regex character $. So if I comment out this in my config, and then I run the test, it should pass. Yeah. Yeah. So I need a little re.escape there. So that explains that test at least. That explains that test at least. It doesn't explain the other. Well, it sort of explains the other one, but not exactly. This is probably what explains the other one. So we may as well fix this, even though I feel like it doesn't matter. But also, like, I'm just gonna delete this thing. It was relevant forever ago. It was relevant in 2017. It's been fucking years since that was relevant. And all repo said does it better. Kinninger says, man, I should get started on some side projects in my free time. I didn't learn too much of my job apart from basic CRUD with Django. Struggle to move past second, third rounds of interviews as of late. Yeah. Side projects can't help with that. Also, GS Volt, how you doing? Don't touch your git config or you'll grow mysterious test failures on your hands. Admittedly, there is a micro bug in this thing. We could just fix the bug. Which is that these contain special characters and should not. Because this dollar sign is being although there is a, is it little f? Is it big F? Dash capital F. Don't interpret as a regex. Yeah. So now it should pass as well. And of course it does. Now what? Where's the crash? Why do we not get a pretty path here? Or a pretty output? Why did we get a pretty diff for the one up here, but not the one down here? I mean, either way, it didn't do this replacement, so... oh, it's because it's a raw string already. Ta-da! Yeah. Doing well. I'm learning all about UNC past day. Nice! I have a video on that. Luther says, it looks like the QR code generation wormhole gives a code, not a link to an IP. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I fixed my config too. It's still in the place where it should be. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Huh. Why did it do that there? Hmm. I'm over engineering the shit out of this. But it's probably how I would write it today rather than how I wrote it then. Oops. Oh, haven't installed linters. I don't think it's an explains video, Tanya. I think it's in a WAT. It's in a WAT video, maybe. Hepta5, you're back. Hello, hello. Sorry, I didn't answer your question when you were here earlier. We still do some karaoke on stream. There's still the blah, 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 blah. There's still the redeem for it. Technically, I should write a test for this, but I don't have a good idea on how to do that. Extended regexp. There is a way. Oh my god, I have too many tabs. Time to close tabs. Spy X Family Season 3 is what Hepta5 is watching. Neat. I haven't watched an animes in so long. Alright, so there's a way to do git config with environment. And we can do it that way. Git config count 1. Git config key 1. key underscore 1? Does it count at 0? Up to that number, 0 indexed. So not including that number. Grep.extended regexp. True. So now if what? Oh. If I undo the change, they should both fail, but if I undo my this, oops, then we have a test failure. Hooray! And then if I discard the discarding, we have test passes. Yeah. We need to support them by downvoting bad light novels. Look at his email address, like here. Yeah, it's my email address. It's not private. It's in all my git commits. All right. Okay, so we fixed that test. Fixed, air quotes fixed. Wasn't really broken, but. It's probably DNS, yeah. Oh, I don't have auto merge on this one. Oh well. Oh, look, an updog. Bop. Okay, don't need to look at that one because they didn't pass the test. Oh, but we need to figure out what the other one is failing. It's probably one of these, if I had to guess. Or this one. It's a weird one though. Like, why does head get populated there? If I comment this out, does it fix it? No. What about if I comment you out? I can't imagine it being any of the other ones though. It's weird. These other nuts says, why don't you use cursor or some AI to code? Why don't you not tell me what to do? Oh shit, I timed out the wrong person. Sorry, David. You were shit. Oh, I didn't mean to. I timed out the wrong person. I typed 3 characters and pressed tab and assumed it would match. My bad. This is a weird one though. Like, why does this test think that origin head should be here? Like, what version of Git am I using? 2.43.0. What version of Git does CI use? Surely it'll say somewhere in here. Do they upgrade to a newer Git? Git. 2.51.0. Could be it. I think it's over with that one. That wasn't what I intended. I like to be able to code despite how much money I have in the bank. That's a good point, Polymatic Man. What does that have to do with anything? I'm guessing that a newer Git version changes the output of this test. I think we cloned Git earlier, didn't we? I thought we did. We did, but where? Find name Git max step 3. You specified the global after the argument name. It is in the Y directory. And I don't remember how to build it from source, but I have instructions on how to do that. Workflows. Clone to Git. This command builds Git from source. Yariki, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. We did, but where? Yes. I found it pretty quickly. Figure out how to make it skip building tests. Oh, it installed to here. Okay, so if I run path temp get path, still fails. What the fuck? That's a weird one. That's a super weird one. Oh, I didn't actually put it on the path. Aha, that's what it is. So it's different based on the different Git version. I think I'm just gonna leave that one because eventually I have to change it to this value anyway, so. Question solved. And I bet if I would have git logged that test, I would have found that someone already fixed it for me. Not that one. Use git plumbing command to fix test. It's funny because even the plumbing command has a different output based on the version. No. Fuck. Sunsu.png. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is a weird one. That's a weird one. I'm surprised that that changes. It's a weird one. But we can find when it changed. What the fuck? Built in for each ref. Okay, so not actually that much happened here. Seems not it. Didn't actually decorate anything. This seems maybe related. Include root refs. I feel like this is where it changed maybe. Anyway, there's a maybe intentional, maybe not intentional regression between these versions. I don't remember how to find the changelog. Git changelog. I want the changelog of Git. Git 2.44 release notes. I don't want the GitHub blog version of it. Oh, here we go. Okay. That's the only backwards compatibility mentioned in there. Oh, this is fucking kernel lore. Oh, this is gonna be so hard to find. Never mind. I don't care enough. But at some point, that thing changed. I could bisect to find it. What is the command I was using? Maybe bisect won't take that long. Well, that's weird. Well, that's super weird. Well, now I don't have a good explanation at all. It shows origin head in both of those. Steve-O Bandito! Hello, hello! Long time no see. I feel like you were here last week, weren't you? Oh no, you haven't been here since June. I was thinking about you last week then. Yeah, that's what it was. It was like, I haven't seen Steve-O Bandito in forever. It's going alright. It's going alright. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna fix that other one. So, fuck it, whatever. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do the rest of the stuff later because I'm hungry and it's 7 o'clock. So, hello, goodbye. You're probably craving Otto's Berlin Donor? Probably. I'm always craving Otto's Berlin Donor. Man, that place is so good. Unfortunately, I probably won't be in Toronto as often. With the not having a job that has an office in Toronto anymore. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner because it's been a good stream and I don't feel like doing the other stuff on my to-do list. So hello, Steve-O Bandito. Goodbye, Steve-O Bandito. Otto's Berlin Donor's not in Berlin. No, it's in Toronto. And I fucking love this place. It's so good. This is my favorite food place in the world. And it's so simple. But my god, is it so good. Fuck yeah. That's what I get. This is what I get. Going in literally. Okay. Sounds a little too horny for their food. But hello, goodbye, which is also a decent indie band. Is that the way to? I don't think they make music anymore, do they? Maybe. Hello, goodbye, forever. Shit. Fuck, have they not made music since like 2006? (2001) to Infinite. Wait, no, upcoming shows. They're not dead? Question mark? Neat. Okay, anyway, we're gonna have a stream. I'm gonna remember to do my outro this time because I forgot last time. My name is Anthony. I upload educational content to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/anthonywritescode. Go subscribe there. Go follow. Yeah, do that. I also upload my stream VODs to the second channel at anthonywritescode-vods. Look, I remember the outro this time, chat. I forgot it last time. Thank you for stopping by, Kinjers and Borzerg and Debe and everyone else. And join the Discord. Thank you, Major Tanya. That's where I announce streams. and that's where I hang out. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. And prayer beads for US East 1, as always. Don't let DNS bite you in the ass. And I'll see you around. Have a good one, chat. Peace.